Hello everybody and welcome back to Innocent Life, a Futuristic Harvest Moon. We are going to continue on where we left off last time. We unlocked the Mermaid's Tower. We can finally go there and continue on with the story. We didn't get a chance to actually go in there in the last video though. The day was running a bit short. But since it is early, we should have all day to completely go through this place. One of the things that I like about this game's exploration bit going into these quote-unquote dungeons is that they're not so incredibly long that you can't tackle them in a day, which I think is very, very convenient, because this way we can finish up the game and we will still have a couple of days left. So if we recall, the entrance to the Mermaid's Tower is through the giant forest, now that we have awoken the forest spirit. We picked up all the treasures that were in the forest last video, and I have cleaned out my pack. Hopefully that will mean that I'll have enough space to pick up everything that's in the Mermaid's Tower. And even if I don't have enough space, if it's something important like jewels and tools and things like that, it'll just send it back to your farm and put it in your item box anyways. So we are going to go inside the great tree, having some deja vu. Now we do have to go on foot, which is going to slow us down a little bit, but this place isn't too bad. And we are going to be able to pick up some nice goodies. We have an earth hammer here, which to my knowledge is the best hammer in the game. A legendary hammer that can shake the earth's foundation makes it easier to find things in caves. I think you pretty much almost 100% of the time will always find something using that hammer. So once you've picked that up, you can ride the shell, and it will take you deeper into where we need to go. And once you get onto this screen, you'll have to manually steer the shell, so just keep that in mind. So let's have a look around here. We can do some mining if you so desire, but I don't think that this area has anything new. I think that all the stuff that's here is what we've already been finding throughout the rest of the game. And when we get up here, we're going to find a statue of the mermaid. And this is a bit of a puzzle. What you need to do is push the statues into the blue squares that you see. So there's one, and then we have one on the other side as well. I'm going to ignore that staircase to the left that's going up for now. And you may have noticed that when you're pushing these blocks, time also stands still. Or goes by very slowly anyways. And once you've pushed those into place, the fountains will turn around and they will fill up the water pool, and we can now get to the other side. Before you do that, however, in this room, hug the southern wall and you'll see an exit going outside of the tower, and there is a treasure chest here buried in the sand, and this has an enchanted hoe in it, which again, to my knowledge, is the best hoe in the game. It will sometimes help you find things. I haven't actually tested that out yet to really find out what that exactly means. But getting upgraded tools is always a nice thing. Ride the shell straight across and go up the stairs. And again, we have the same patterns on the floor here, so we're going to need to push our mermaid statues over. Very self-explanatory. And there's only a couple of floors in the tower, so if this is kind of painstaking to you, don't worry. I think this is actually the last time we have to push these statues, and we don't have much longer to go in this dungeon. In fact, it's pretty short. So again, we have the water filling up, but this time you'll notice that there is no shell to ride. And I don't think that there are any treasure chests on this floor. I'm just going to double check before I go back down. The shell that you need to find is up the lefternmost staircase in this room that I chose to ignore earlier. And if we come up here, we have 2 more treasure chests, and I think these both have blue jewels in them. And here is our shell. So again, we're going to ride this straight across, and this is a bit of a puzzle. What you need to do is stand on these blocks in order by season. So the flower is spring, the sunshine is summer, the leaf is fall, and the snowflake is winter. And then once you've done that, the door will open and we can continue onwards. If you step on the wrong combination, all you have to do is leave the room and come back, and that puzzle will reset. I'm just going to ride the shell around here just to make sure that we're not going to miss out on any chests, because there are a couple in this corner here. Another blue jewel. Another blue jewel, so now we have 4. We can put those into the pedestals on our farm if we wish. A 5th blue jewel, and a 6th blue jewel. Wow, we're going crazy with blue jewels in this place. Would have been kind of nice to get another color if you ask me, but hey, can't complain, I guess. Some jewels is better than no jewels. And that's it for treasure in this area. And if you walk forward, you can find the hermit. Ho ho ho, so you made it this far, did you? Very well, I will return the water spirit's crest that I was holding for you. The hermit gave you the water spirit's crest. Because this crest was originally stolen by humans, it can only be returned by another human. Now then, place the crest on the altar. What's wrong? You're not going to try and tell me you're not human, are you? Why would you have human status if you weren't human? Now hurry, this cold isn't good for my joints. Alright, we'll give it a try. Aha, there's the water spirit. Thank you for returning my power to me, Robo. I am the water spirit, the mother of all life. Your efforts in the ruins are slowly helping return life to this island. But I'm afraid that the fire spirit's anger cannot be appeased with my power alone. But there's a small chance. You must combine my power with the ice grail that sleeps under East Lake. In winter, the surface of East Lake freezes. You can cross it to reach the ice grail. And it is now winter. Stand back, please. If my power were to touch you, you would be obliterated. That doesn't sound good. Hopefully her forceful shaking of the earth doesn't cause the volcano to erupt prematurely. That would be rather unfortunate. And there we are. We have returned the water spirit crest. The hermit has gone back to her house. And we can now take our next step in the story. We've also picked up all the treasure in this area. We have picked it clean, and we are now completely finished. And we still have quite a bit of time left in the day, which is even better. I'm going to go back to the farm, and I'm going to put down some of these jewels that I've found. And then we will be continuing on to our next adventure tomorrow. So like I said, you know, very kind of short and sweet. You can do it all in a day. and still have a bit of time left over to do other things that you might want to do as well. As long as you know where you're going. Obviously, if you don't, it can be a bit confusing. And I did go ahead and place some jewels last night, and I've unlocked a few squares of land. I do believe I put down my green jewels and my purple jewels, and I should be able to put down a few of the blue ones as well. By the end of the game, after we're done exploring all of these areas we need to explore, we should have enough jewels to completely unlock all of what we have up on our farm. We shouldn't have any more locked squares of land that we're not able to use, and I do believe we will also have some jewels left over. So that will give us the option to sort of pick and choose what colors we would like to have and what properties we would like to use on our farm. Now my buggy has mysteriously disappeared. I did park it at the entrance of the forest, so I am going to have to hoof it back on foot, which is a bit of a shame. But very luckily we have our raft shortcut, and that will make things a bit quicker. And if you weren't able to go into that area until later on in the day, or you forgot or something like that, and you're in there very late, if you're in there late enough and you manage to get things all finished, and it hits 2 o'clock in the morning, you kind of get a free teleport back to town, which I think is actually kind of nice, because this game has no good way of making back traveling quick. You know, you have to kind of go to your destination and come back manually on foot or by buggy. So it does take a couple of hours to travel, but if it does hit your bedtime, you'll automatically be brought back. You don't have to walk all that way. The power of the jewel you placed on the altar broke the seal on this field. So here we go. There are our purple jewels. And our other set of red ones that I put down. Since we had 4 more red ones, I unlocked a small little area there. And then finally our green ones. And I should note that it is vital that you put down the green jewels, because there is a single green jewel door in the game, and we have to go through there as part of the story, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow. So if you have not put down the jewels yet, I would absolutely positively recommend doing that tonight, so when you wake up in the morning you'll be able to unlock the green areas. I'm going to replace the red ones with blue just so that we don't have so much red on this one side, since we kind of have an overload of red jewels at this point, so everything looks a bit more uniform. And then I can place my red jewels wherever I want to, I guess. We don't really have any more small plots of land. We've unlocked most of what's in the middle and some of the smaller sections, but we still have the larger sections to unlock. So I think I'll actually hold on to my red jewels because I have a lot of red jewel land already unlocked. So that's it for me, guys. Exploring the tower and getting the area unlocked on the eastern lake is important in our next step. And once you've done all that, make sure that you've placed down the green jewels. Those are kind of the 2 steps you need to be able to move forward. And since we've done that, we will be continuing on tomorrow morning Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will be seeing you next time.